Hey guys, I'm Dimension Jump and today I'll be reviewing the Super Mario Galaxy movie which was released on the 1st of April of this year. Now, as of time of recording, that being April the 2nd, it's been about a day since the release of the Mario Galaxy movie and I've recently came back from the seeing it a few hours ago. So I'm gonna try and keep this video as spoiler free as possible. Because when I do upload this video, it's going to be either a few days or about a week or a week plus or so, or about, I would say a week or so, yeah. A few days to a week, when this video is being uploaded. So the film is still relatively new, so I'm not gonna try and spoil it, because I want people to see, who watch this video, to try and see it as soon as possible. And so, yeah, that's why I'm not going to try and spoil the entire movie. I'm just going to talk about the movie and talk about my thoughts. So, the main plot, I'm going to try to keep the plot of the movie as brief as possible. So, the main plot is that Bowser Jr., Bowser's son, wants to take back Bowser from Mario, Luigi, and Peach, who had taken him from the first movie. And he wants to basically rule the galaxy along with Bowser. And yeah, that's pretty much the main plot of this movie. And it's obviously, because it's a Mario Galaxy movie, it takes place in space, and we get to see all these different planets and areas in the game, or from the games in the movie. And yeah, I think this is a very fun movie. It's like, it definitely adds a whole lot more, I would say, to this movie than it did in the first movie, because with the first movie we got like, oh, okay, these are the Mario brothers, here's Peach, here's Bowser, here's all the different characters, or a lot of the different characters from the games, and now we can have a lot more fun with it. Like, oh, we can now bring in new power-ups and having new interactions with some of the characters, that sort of thing, and just having a lot more fun with just going through the movie and going through all the different areas and stuff like that. And yeah, this is a really fun movie. I think because we get three new characters: Bowser Jr., as I said before, when I was talking about the plot, Yoshi, who was teased at the end of the first movie, because there was, like, if I remember correctly, there was the post-credit scene with a Yoshi egg, and we got to see that, I think, partially hatch. And then, obviously, because it's the Mario Galaxy movie, Rosalina, because she is an important part of the Galaxy games, especially with the first game. And yeah, I think all these characters, I think, are a really nice introduction, or really nice. I think they're really cool to be put into the movie, because with Yoshi, he's like just a cute little green dinosaur that just eats everything, and it's just really fun. And with Bowser Jr., he's basically just Bowser, but smaller. Well, basically Bowser's kid. And I do like how they bring in some of the things that make Bowser Jr., because I'm going to be a bit, not full-on spoilers, but like, in terms of Bowser Jr. as a character, because in both the Galaxy movie and in the games, you can see that Bowser Jr., or some of Bowser Jr.'s stuff that he makes. Like, in the first Galaxy game, you got to see Megaleg, and in this movie, in the Galaxy movie, in the first, I think, 5-ish minutes or so, you get to see Megaleg in the movie in the first 5 minutes at the start of the movie. And yeah, and you can see that Bowser Jr. has made this robot, or has designed Megaleg, and it's really cool to see, like, Bowser Jr. just using his craft, or basically using his genius to create things and stuff like that. And yeah, I think throughout the whole movie, it's like just this little, like, sort of like a little version. Well, basically, just because it's basically Bowser's kid. What I'm trying to say, he wants to live up to his dad's potential, and yeah, I think the movie does do a good. I think a good job. I don't know. I think it shows us how much Bowser Jr. Wants to be like his dad, and I think it does a really good job of doing that in terms of like how we see like Bowser Jr. Of how much Bowser Jr. loves his dad and stuff like that. And then with Rosalina, I think she's really cool in the movie. I think in the first 5 minutes when she's fighting Mega Leg, again mild spoilers, she just effortlessly just takes it down quite quickly, and I think that's really cool. And I think also Brie Larson, who voices Rosalina, does an awesome job as Rosalina. I think you can tell that Brie Larson is having an awesome time just voicing this character, just voicing this awesome space princess, and that's really cool. And I think I think the animation as well is really good, especially when Rosalina is fighting Megaleg. That's one of the coolest moments in the movie. And yeah, I think as a whole, the movie, similar to the first one, does reference or have a whole bunch of references to the Galaxy games, whether that's the planets that you see in the movie or the music or the power-ups, that sort of thing. And when it comes to the music, similar to the first movie, there are some pop culture songs, but they're not they aren't as used as much in the first movie. I think with the first movie, I think the overuse of pop songs did get old pretty quick, but with the Galaxy movie, there are still some pop songs here and there, but they aren't as much used in this movie. I think Illumination looked at the first movie. This is how I see it. Illumination, who animated this movie, saw the pop songs and thought, we could dial it down a bit. And I think that's what's done really well. I think because there's a lot more Mario Galaxy themed music in this movie, and I think that's really good. And the amount of pop songs that are used in the Galaxy movie is used quite well. They're not just used all the time in like every other scene than when the first movie used them. But there's still references and callbacks to like the games when it comes to the designs of some parts of the movie, when it comes to like some areas of the movie. I'm not going to spoil too much, but there's also music and stuff like that. And I would say this is a lot more animated than the first movie. I'm not saying the first movie was bad in terms of its animation, but I think, from my perspective, the animation feels and runs a lot more smoothly than the first one. I think the animation was really fun. I think the Galaxy movie is a bit of a step up than the first movie. And yeah, I think as a whole, the Galaxy movie, it does have some things like that the first movie did have a bit. Like, I think it still goes at a fast pace, kind of, every now and again, but I think it still has some time to like breathe. Like, you've got the first, I think, you've got like some parts that like do take their time with establishing like the characters and stuff like that. Like, I think one of the fastest scenes, like in the first movie, was with Donkey Kong and Mario when they were in that eel in the first movie. In that scene, it feels, I think it was like 2 minutes-ish, 2 or 3 minutes before they went to face off Bowser in the final part of the movie. In this movie, there are some moments like that, but I feel like they took their time a bit more when it comes to like just a bit more breathe time and stuff like that. That's how I saw it. I could be wrong, and yeah, and I think as a whole, the Galaxy movie does a really good job of adapting the Galaxy games, and I think it's a really fun time, and it's just one of those things that's just it was really cool, because if I time traveled back to my younger self when I first played Galaxy 1 and told him, oh, there's going to be a Galaxy movie being released in 2026, I would be really excited, because I really like the Galaxy games, especially the first one, and I think this game does do a good job of adapting I think a 12 or so hour game if you're trying to do everything in the game, trying to get 100% and stuff like that. And yeah, I think I'll be really excited that a game or a movie that's adapting one of my favorite games is going to be made into a movie, and that's really cool. And I think there are some pacing issues here and there, but I think as a whole, I think the Mario Galaxy movie does a lot better than the first movie. I will probably still watch them both, every now and again, probably, and just like have a lot of fun when it comes to watching them, because the Galaxy movie is such a really fun movie, and I think it's just a really fun time to watch, and I think it's really cool. So that's been my review for the Super Mario Galaxy movie. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.